I start with actually that is something that is important for us as a show, for us as an afternoon show community. And Ike, it is about one of our own, and it is an intervention for one Jack Fritz.
What'd I do?
Well, you know what you did. So I realized this on Monday as we were doing our show, and Jack was handing out his game balls, and we were talking about Jalen. And Jack couldn't admit that Jalen Hurts is playing better.
I gave him my second game ball.
But you did it sarcastically.
Wasn't sarcastically.
So this is an intervention. It's for Jack, and I'm going to need the help of the people that are in the Jalen Confederation, as I would call it, the group of the biggest Jalen fans, because I think they are a part of this as well. Yeah. I think I also need to hear from the people who are converts, who are the people who didn't believe in Jalen and are now there. Because what I've realized talking to Jack on Monday, and when we see his text messages on Sunday, is here is somebody who grew up an Eagles fan, is an Eagles fan, and is currently, maybe I don't think I'm going overboard to say that mostly rooting against the Eagles.
Sure.
It doesn't want them to win. And it is because of...
What do you mean, sure?
Well,
I think it's a fair assumption to have.
Yeah. And it is because of the Jalen Hurts thing. And what it is, and I've realized this because I study Jack. You know, I'm watching and managing and those sorts of things. It's not about Jalen, really. It is about the argument between Jack and the people who are fans of Jalen. And Jack is so locked in to winning the argument and not being wrong that it is affecting his enjoyment of our Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah. And the reason I think this is painful is because we go through this together. You know, we argue about this, we argue about that, we talk about all this, but really at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We want the Philadelphia Eagles to win games and win the Super Bowl. Right. And when one of us is separate from that, that is painful to me. So what I would like to have is, and an intervention is about friends, it is about family, it is about everybody coming together and talking through and to get somebody who is having a problem to not have that problem anymore, to address it. And I think Jack's problem is that he has turned into an anti-Jalen person and an anti-Eagles person and is not enjoying the season anymore. So what I would ask of Jack, and we'll have to get to the things that we would ask of the big Jalen fans like yourself or anybody listening, is I need Jack to take it down a notch. I need Jack to be honest. I need Jack to stop using those little sort of keywords that drive the big Jalen fans crazy when he says
game manager
got carried to a Super Bowl last year.
Both true.
You know, all of those things. I need Jack to stop rooting against the Eagles. I need Jack to start being honest when he plays a great game, to say he played a great game.
Do I have to play the cuts about how positive they're talking about Jalen?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
But they make me want to throw up.
I know. But I think...
Fans? Analysts?
No, just like the teammates after the game, the Sirianni talking about...
His teammates can't be supportive and be positive with
It's a little much.
I think... Don't you want to... He's going to be the quarterback of the Eagles probably for the next 8 years, 10 years.
Yes.
You need to be back. We can't host an afternoon show on WIP in Philadelphia, the flagship station of the Eagles, where one of the hosts is rooting against the Eagles. So if you are a big Jalen fan, and Ike, I'll ask you of this too, are you willing to sort of let the past be the past? And if Jack agrees to be honest, if Jack agrees to root for him, if Jack agrees to give honest assessments and not be so negative, are you willing to let him on that side? Like, are you willing to welcome him in?
Sure. And I may not even need as much as what you just presented as far as what his outward look or how he should express outwardly how he feels about Jalen / the Eagles. Quite frankly, I'm sitting here saying I'm willing to let him get on the train.
Yep.
And be a part of this thing that's moving in the right direction, because he's clearly in the minority when it comes to this, and he's wrong. You're going to have to also be honest in your assessment of his play and give him his credit.
Now, he's allowed to be honest both ways, right? In this case, right. You do that. You'll call a spade in that situation, right?
Yes.
But he's got to be honest both ways.
Yeah, I don't need you to be a Jalen goggles wearing fan. Some of those fans, I'm like, I'm in here in the boat with you guys, but damn, scoot over. Scoot over a little bit. Because there is time to be, I think there's constructive criticism that is warranted if you're assessing his play and how he's playing. The thing is, I don't need your hand to be so heavy with the criticism and then so light with the praise.
Yes.
I don't need fake praise.
It's fair and balanced.
Yeah. That's
all I'm trying to be is fair and balanced.
No, you're not anymore.
Don't hear enough of it.
No.
I don't hear enough of how good he is. Like, even if you don't want to make him an elite quarterback.
Use the E word, yes.
Yes, but he is, but even if you don't agree that he is.
Yeah, we could have a debate about that.
Well, you can at least say, well, I tell you what, he's at the top of that next tier of quarterbacks.
Yeah, he's in that group.
Are you?
So you guys are just stunned for 1 second.
Jack.
Can I make an opening statement?
Yes. Because
come on and hurt your case.
Well,
I'm not going to hurt my case. We're all about vulnerability on this station. All right.
Yes, and this is honest. This is an honest thing.
We don't need to be vulnerable.
All right. Sorry. No emotions, no feelings on this show particularly.
215-592-9494. When we were, just to be even more honest, when we were talking at a pre-show meeting, when we were talking about the show, and Rod looked at us and he said, this is a pretty honest show. You guys this is really what's happening. So we've talked a lot about what we need from Jack in this moving forward, in this intervention. Jack, will you give your perspective and what you're looking for in all of this?
Thank you for the floor here.
Yeah.
So here's why this is important to me. This is why it's important to me. Because I do love the Eagles. Like, there's really just one player who drives me nuts. Everyone else, I genuinely love. Like, I love the Eagles. I grew up loving the Eagles. They meant the most to me when they won. We all get that. And I've strayed. But I don't want to be one of these, I look at myself as a leader of a household, right?
Yeah.
I can't have Walker and Sutton. Maybe they drift, too. Maybe they're like, what about the Cowboys?
Yes.
What about one of these other teams?
What about the Giants? What about the Commanders?
So I also would like to be brought back. Because I see what people see. I see the winner stuff. I appreciate the winner stuff. I think the third down.
You don't appreciate
I do.
You don't.
Hold on.
You don't appreciate it.
Easy. We're having a good growth here.
No, we are.
Yeah, okay. A little bit pushback.
Don't insult
I'm
us.
not.
No, you are insulting
Trying
us.
not to.
You don't appreciate the winning.
I mostly do. I appreciate the play. More the play winning with the winning stuff. The overall stuff, a little fraudulent. But like the way he plays.
See that word. The fraudulent thing.
Okay, no fraudulent.
That's not about Jalen. This is mostly
I'll buzz myself.
This is mostly an issue between you and the Jalen supporters, and I think to a certain extent Jalen is caught in the middle.
Yeah.
Right. I think
he's at the center of his ire though. Like, let's not act like he's not critical of Jalen.
Well, he is. He
extra
is.
critical.
But
yes.
Because of the people. So what I have for is my demands.
Mm-hmm.
Your requests.
Demands.
Requests.
Demands.
We never talked about demands. Requests.
Yes, what you got?
When you call up.
Yes.
And you're trying, Jack, don't bring up the Phillies. Don't bring up your boy Bryce. I don't want to hear that phrase. I'll buzz you. Your boy Bryce. Don't need it.
I think, okay. So I think if Jack is being fair about Jalen, I think keeping the Bryce thing out of it is a fairer. If we're talking about Jalen, then we're talking about Jalen. If we're talking about Bryce, then we're talking about Bryce. Unless it really involves both of them.
Here's what I'll say then.
Yeah.
As a Bryce guy as well.
Yeah.
I'm a Bryce guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have any problem with being pro-Bryce.
Yep.
Where Bryce gets brought up is in comparison to how
he's talking about
more
Warren.
Rope. You'll be more forgiving. You'll be more understanding. You make more excuses. So it's hard not to bring Bryce up in that sense when you have to have another athlete to compare. When we're talking about Jack specifically,
yes,
the treatment of an athlete or star in this town, it's hard not to say, well, you treat this guy this way, this is what we would. Why don't you treat this guy that way also?
So as therapist in this, as mediator, what I would say is if Jack holds up his part of the bargain and he is fair with Jalen and gives praise, then that Bryce thing should go to the side. Like that, I think everybody's agreeing. So if Jack is being fair about Jalen and he's positive 3 straight weeks, and then Jalen plays bad, and he says he plays bad, I don't think the Bryce thing should be thrown in his face. I think that is, if he is more fair with Jalen, then I think the Bryce thing goes away, because then he wouldn't be treating them differently.
Well, here's what I'll say to that.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say to that. Seems like this is a lot of terms that are in favor of him, as if we're begging him to be a Jalen guy. He's asking to be accepted. So he's going to accept our terms and conditions.
Okay.
Right? Like this is almost getting shaped like we're trying to ask him to be a part of us.
You need me on that wall.
No, we don't.
No one needs you.
It's clear we don't, because the guy is very successful without you being a part of it.
Yeah.
You're trying to get in the group with everyone, and you have offended so many that it's not going to be as easy as you may think it's going to be.
What?
For people who, that's why these phone lines are lit up the way that they are, because it's not going to be as easy as you think it's going to be.
So what are the other? I don't want to come over anymore. Frankly,
No. We need you to be an Eagles fan. I can't do this anymore with you hating the Eagles. I can't do it. What is the next request? What's the next request?
Let's go.
Stop bringing up Josh Allen. Just stop doing it. It's not even like I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You can bring up other quarterbacks. Josh Allen's where we draw a line. We don't have to fight on that. It's not even. That's low on my. That's low on my totem ball.
Okay. What else?
You can bring up Josh Allen. I don't really care.
All right.
I have one more.
I was going to say the Josh Allen thing. I don't even know. I don't think. Well, no one should be arguing that Jalen is better than Josh Allen.
Well, they do.
I wouldn't do it in that sense.
I think we need to retire.
I wouldn't do it that.
Yeah.
We'll retire it.
But the whole accomplished thing.
Well, of course it's accomplished.
Sure.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
Look at that.
So then that's fair. I would not do the whole, is Jalen better than Josh Allen?
Yes.
That's a wasted argument in my opinion.
Thank you.
Any other requests?
My last request
Yeah.
is, if you really want me, I'm debating if anyone wants me on this. If you want this to go away, stop DMing me after he has a good game, trying to mock me.
Turn off your DMs.
The trolling texts.
Turn off your DMs. Stop giving people your phone number.
Yeah,
turn off your DMs.
If you don't want me to get my back up, because that's when I start getting real nasty. It's when I start getting a little bit trolly.
It's all the private messages.
It's the
that
texts.
he gets. Yes.
It's the DMs.
Yes. But you've earned it.
Of course.
Well, that's the point.
But
you're inviting it.
I won't get mad.
Okay.
I won't get mad if I don't get trolled.
Well, but you troll everybody else.
I don't troll. I fair and balanced.
It's a two-way street. It's
He
a two-way street.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't realize
this is a two-way street. I need to mend this.
No, but I am allowed to troll. I don't get trolled.
Well,
there's a difference, right? That makes sense for everyone?
You can't troll about Jalen, though. It's off your troll list.
All right, so I won't troll about Jalen.
Dude, it has to
be off your troll list.
Okay.
Yes. No. Yes.
Oh, I don't know, Jim.
You're driving me crazy. All right.
Yeah. He enjoys that part of it.
But he doesn't. But
I don't really.
But
no, you really do.
You know what?
If he was playing worse, I would enjoy it.
When he's not playing well, you love to throw out a GIF or a tweet.
But here's the thing.
I tweeted one Carson video.
And here's why this is an intervention, right? This is just like drugs, right? It's like.
What do you know about that?
I don't know anything because I've never done drugs, but I understand how they work. And when you do the hit of heroin.
Well, you did have gummies.
Yes, I had gummies, but I also cried and I told my wife to tell me I wasn't going to die. Trust me, I'm not a drug guy. But I do know that when you do
I don't sell drugs to children.
When you do a hit of heroin, right?
Yes.
It feels good in the moment, but really your life is unraveling because of it. And the trolling, what he's doing, it feels good in the moment, but it's unraveling everything else. It's ruined. Like a drug addiction can ruin your marriage. It can ruin friendships.
Yeah.
This has ruined your relationship with the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is why the trolling. Can you please just say the trolling will go, Jack?
Come on,
just
Fritz.
say it'll go.
We'll monitor it.
No.
We'll think about it. All right. For
the purpose of the show.
What?
That's what he wants to say. For the purpose of today's show.
Just for today.
Dude, I told you.
He can't help himself,
It's
man.
pretty deep.
He can't help
It's
it.
pretty deep. We should have done this
See,
2
you
weeks.
didn't realize how hard it would be to get him to actually convert.
Man, imagine trying to do this after the Giants game the first time around.
But what are we going to do? See, now I want to go to the phones. But, Jack, what are we going to do? Let's say the Eagles finish the season 13-4 or 14-3, and the 1 seed or the 2 seed, and we have an NFC Championship game again, and you're going to sit there watching the game, hoping the guy throws a pick six so you can be right about Jalen?
I did it last year.
But what good is that? It's not. It doesn't make you happy.
Don't ever openly admit that again. Don't ever do that again. The hell are you talking about, man?
He's psycho.
I know.
Got to get you off of this.
Yeah, well, we got 4 hours to do it.
All right, 215-592-9494.